Yo guys, how's it going? This is PRO14 Weekly. This is the show where we wrap up what has happened over the weekend in the PRO14. So if you are new here, do subscribe. We're trying to hit 100 subs before the end of the year. It's free to do. Hit that red button down below. But there's only one place we can start, and it was the weekend of last minute winners, and it's Munster against Glasgow. It's a huge match over the weekend. Some great rugby, some great tries, and a last minute kick to win it as well. And Munster, as I said, ran out 25 points to 24 winners at Thomond Park. What an atmosphere, what a game of rugby, what an advert for the PRO14. Munster started on the front foot though. James Cronin crashed over early from close range just after 9 minutes after some good work from the forwards. But Glasgow responded with a great try from them. With the ball in their own 22, the Munster defence was just not set ready, it was not ready to go, and they ran the length of the pitch, and George Horn scored for Glasgow. Game on. Loose play by Mathewson then from the box kick, and Glasgow went ahead. They took the lead as they put the ball through the hands for Horn to scamper under the post. Very loose box kick, just not a great box kick at all for Munster. The second half couldn't have started worse for Munster as a yellow card for Chris Colote, who tackled the man off the ball. I've seen it many times, 100% a yellow card, and with the way things are going at the minute, with the refs being more and more strict about the laws and yellow cards, red cards being handed out more often, he just was not going to get away with it. 100% a yellow card. And Glasgow took full advantage of that as Ferguson scored for them. Once again, Glasgow took the lead and went further ahead. Line out for Glasgow, through to the maul, and all the way, scrum half Horn chipped the lovely ball through for Peter Horn to score. But this is when the comeback began for Munster. Munster looked dead and buried. I thought it was all over, you thought it was all over, but it wasn't. Alex Wooten got a try, and great work from scrum half Mathewson, who squeezed over from a few yards. This was a brilliant ball. He was down right 5 yards out, through the dummy, sneaked under and stretched out to place it. It was a try, and Glasgow were holding on. 24-22 they were winning. It'd be their first win there in 4.5 years away from home at Munster, and they were penalised at the breakdown. Rory Scannell 45 yards out, perfect silence as it always is, but there seems to be that extra silence as everyone watched the ball slowly sail through the post. It's a brilliant kick, and Munster win it with the last kick of the game. The clock is red. It is a brilliant kick. And what I loved about this was that it was such a great advert for PRO14 Rugby. Lots of people saying it's miles behind the Premiership, it's miles behind Top 14, it's miles behind Super Rugby. But I think this has just shown, even without all the international players, that the PRO14 is alive and kicking and doing really well. And that there's top class rugby being played, and that people want to watch it, that people are going out to watch these matches, that people are watching them on the TV, listening on the radio, watching shows like this, because they love the PRO14, and this was such a good advert for it. And usually when the internationals are on, it does lose viewers, but I hope they won't, because of what they saw this weekend with Munster and Glasgow. Glasgow will be disappointed to lose this one. Their ill discipline at the end there cost them, but Munster would be a bit concerned maybe about how they fell so far behind, but very, very encouraging the way they managed to come back in the game and win it with that last kick. Really dramatic scenes, the perfect ending, and Munster can really go into next sets of fixtures with massive confidence after winning, of course, last weekend as well. But what were the other results from the weekend? Let's go through them now. Southern Kings lost against Scarlets after Scarlets fought back. 41-34 the Kings went down. That's a feature on the Welsh Rugby Show. Zebra 34-16 beating Edinburgh. Surprise result after Edinburgh had beaten Toulon. Ulster then beat the Dragons 36-18. That's also covered on the Welsh Rugby Show. Check that out in the description down below. Ospreys then beat Connacht with a last minute try, 22-17. Benetton then were thrashed at home, 3 points to 31 by Leinster. And then, as I said, Munster 25-24 against Glasgow. That's PRO14 Weekly. If you have enjoyed, do subscribe, like, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. Peace.